What is up, crypto legends? How's everyone doing? Smash up that like button, guys, on your way in, because we got an interesting one today. What an aggressive pump we did have. Is this bullish for Bitcoin? Is it bullish for Bitcoin, guys, or is Bitcoin going to top out at some point here? Now, obviously, we're going to analyze the situation here all together, but now, obviously, this is the news right now. We do have Grayscale that wins their lawsuit against the SEC. Now, this is one of the main reasons because of this huge, massive pump that we've had, guys. Is this pump sustainable? Is there enough volume? Or are we entering into a resistance area where the price will likely turn around in the next coming days, hitting this $28,000 range, probably not even going to reach that zone, to then get that big, massive drop here to the downside? Absolutely, that is what I do think so. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of hype right now with this current news. A massive pump on Bitcoin, obviously a little bit of a short squeeze also. And we do expect a reversal at some point, but we are not going to get directly into a short position here with this huge, massive pump. We could consolidate, create another pump. If it suddenly starts dropping down from here, well, obviously that will be, very, very unpredictable. We need to hit some resistance levels. The resistance levels that I mentioned here today will absolutely smash through with such a news event, guys. As chart traders, we cannot predict here these kind of movements. We blast through some major resistance zones, and basically this is not chart trading, right? So it's very, very unpredictable, this kind of move. I actually got into a small long position and exited because I was basically scalping the range. When you're in such a boring range, you scalp because you go up and down, up and down. Very unpredictable move here to the upside. So what are the target levels? Where can this pump lead to? Where are the strongest resistance zones where the price could consolidate and find that exhaustion? Because we very much expect here the price of Bitcoin potentially getting into a lower high right over here at some point to then turn around and then come back down and claim the lows here again. This is very likely to happen. There was a bunch of liquidity sitting above $27,000. There was a video that I posted a few days ago where sharing with you that there's liquidity above $27,000 and there's liquidity beneath $25,000 as well, round about these regions. And obviously we managed to pump here very aggressively above $27,000 thanks to this piece of news. As soon as the news came out, then skyrocket, Bitcoin pumping over $1,000, $1,500. So now the question is, people going to start getting bullish? This is the future. ETFs are going to get approved very, very soon. Overall, I do think that just looking at the statistics, September is usually a very bearish month. Looking since 2013 in September, there was only 2 months of September, okay? 2015 and 2016 in September was slightly bullish, not much. Rest of the months were in the red. So statistically, we should be bearish in September, okay? Now we're entering in September in the next coming days. So yes, what do you think, guys? Will September be bearish for Bitcoin? Maybe this time's different. Maybe everybody's expecting September to be bearish and we're going to absolutely blast through here and create a new yearly high. I think that is unlikely, but we know Bitcoin, guys. I want to ask the community, I want to ask you watching the live stream right away, and I'll go through the comment section, guys, and we'll talk about the strongest resistance levels that we do have here for Bitcoin. Where could this pump stop and turn around? Obviously, it is too soon to know right now. We're just inside of the pump. Whoever's trying to shorting this, well, I just got one thing to say. Good luck. Good luck with shorting the pump, because we don't have an ending. We need consolidation. We need reaction. We need a zone here to take the decisions. Shorting here randomly is, bit dangerous. I would expect some kind of exhaustion at some point, right? Whether we do hit 28K or not, we should be getting an exhaustion momentum right now. If it drops from here right now, from this point, and you are shorting the market, well, that is good luck, right? Because That is poor risk management. Well, unless you're putting stop losses above the highs, all depending on your strategy, of course. That is very much not in my strategy. Guys, let me know in the poll right now, is September going to be bearish for Bitcoin? Let me know right away, guys, because usually September is a bearish month for Bitcoin on the statistics, right? We have here 2022, 3%, 2021, 7%, in 2019, 13%, 2017, 7%, even in the middle of the bull run right there, it was a bearish month. I mean, look at the months also here on the bull run. 30%, 50%, 10%, 17, 65, even September on the bull run was bearish. So let me know, guys, what do you think? A lot of people are saying yes, 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 yes here in the comment section. September on average is one of the most bearish months for Bitcoin looking at its history. So yeah, we don't really have a green month here, as you can see here. So what do you think? Let me know in the poll right away, guys. Will this time be different, right? A lot of people like to think this time's different, this time's different. Well, if this time's different, maybe September won't be bearish, right? So anyway, no, this cycle changing, and it might be shocking to be delayed till November, January. Okay, cool. Yes, September will be bearish, says Murat. Let's go right away through the comment section. Then we'll talk about the possible levels of resistance here for Bitcoin. Stay cautious, guys. Just stay cautious with shorting the pump right now, because you don't want to be caught on these kind of moves. I am a no trader inside of these events. Gotta say, I've been making some really nice gains the last couple of weeks inside of this range. Okay. And right now, this for me is a non-event. I did have a long position, but closed it as a scalp. So it is what it is. The reason for that long will be explained on the live stream if you wish. But it was basically based on CVD. We were having some intense bullish CVD divergence, where the price action was creating higher lows here, as you can see, and we were creating lower lows on the CVD divergence. Basically for that quick little possible scalp scenario with a tight stop loss, and then closing too early, and then just after 2 hours we get this massive run up, and it's like, why didn't I leave my long position open? It doesn't matter. I'm scalping the ranges. So overall, it happens many times, especially, if you're a scalper, you're a scalper. If you're a day trader, you're a day trader. If you're a swing trader, you're a swing trader. So it doesn't really matter, all depending on what kind of trader are you. Back to 25K cause reasons. I will dump now because the market just nice like that. It will dump now. Yes, ETF is coming, says Richard. It will come at some point, obviously. Yeah, ETFs will come. Whether that is in 2024, 2025, it's an inevitable event that has to happen. So it's just delaying, but it will happen at some point. Once that happens, then obviously we could expect not a pump like this. Yeah, this pump is going to be small against the first, spot ETF approval in the US. I think it will be something like 3 times more this pump that we're having. Grayscale win against the SEC. Yes, sir. Number 5, like. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, smash up the like button. YouTube is just being very boring. Not too many views. Markets are boring. We get volatility. Yeah, we're getting viewers watching the stream. I need your support, guys, for this content. And we can go straight away on what could potentially happen. Talking about the probabilities here of the next scenarios. So far, 25K. Holding here like a beast, right? Holding like a beast. This has got to be the most important support that we do have. One of the most important resistance, no doubt, it is $31,000 area. You can see it here. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Most important support level inside of this range, it is obviously $25,000. You can see it on the chart. This has been the strongest resistance right there back in 2022, in February of 2023, bouncing as support to test the highs, bouncing here like a beast, saying, hey, this is support. I do not want to break through here, at least in the short term. Now, with this great news coming out, we're getting a bit of a pump. It doesn't look much of a pump when you zoom out, but yeah, it's definitely, a significant bounce, no doubt. Hello there, Static, how are you doing? Whales playing fake out, I think. It's been a bit of a short squeeze scenario. There was a lot of liquidity above 27K. That liquidity is gone right now. They're liquidated. So new, fresh, short positions from market makers could be opening at this point, whether it goes to 27.6, 27.9, 28.2K. I would expect at some point that reversal, guys. If you are a swing trader, you might think to yourself, I'm going to build up a low leverage short position. Manage your risk very well here, guys. These are the kind of movements that people get burnt, all right? I'm going to wait patiently, 2 resistance zones, 4 double tops. I know very much my strategy. Right now, as we're pumping, I am not interested, even though if we roll down from this level, it doesn't matter. I know where to trade other levels, so it's not missing out. Like I said, I was in a scalp long today based on CVD and closed that scalp long, and then just in about 1 to 2 hours, we get this massive pump. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, So yeah. Number 26, like. Thank you very much for the insane support, guys. Today's been really good. You got over 500 views. Let me know what the people think about. Is September going to be bearish for Bitcoin, guys? Yes, 56% of people says yes. 44% of people say no. So, hey, who knows? Bitcoin is here to surprise us. September has been very bearish, most of them. Well, not very. I mean, they're not. It's not a major drop, but usually quite standard. Maybe 7%, 10%, 5%, quite bearish. But this time maybe is different. A lot of people like to say this time's different. This time's different. Well, maybe this time's different. September might be bullish, so who knows? It will last long and strong with institutional FOMO, says Mark Johnson. Absolutely. Hey, Mark Dutch, how are you doing? Just here to smash the like button. See you later. Trade safe. Thank you very much, Mark. August close going to be important. Yes, sir. Also, DXY pumping. So this is why we could expect also a possible... It ain't pumping at the moment. It's actually dropping. Yeah, it's not pumping. It's dropping. DXY is dropping. We did have the DXY getting a severe drop also because of the news that we had today. We had a little bit of news, which was the Jolt's job opening. As soon as that came out, then we had a significant drop on the DXY. And then we had the Grayscale news, and then obviously DXY dropping. Grayscale winning the court case. Yeah, you get the deal, right? Bitcoin rocket time, right? So you got 2 major events for Bitcoin that are good. You got this great news, Grayscale wins the lawsuit against the SEC, and you have the DXY dropping also with today's news. And this was a significant drop of round about 0.5%. That's pretty much for the DXY, enough for Bitcoin to get a reaction also with this news. So there we have it. We have that blast off here. I don't think this pump is going to be sustainable, guys, to be honest. Pretty nice volume on the lower time frames, no doubt. But you are interested in, Andy, where are we going to get resistance? Where is the next resistance zone? I still believe that, yeah, you get the deal. If we do easy peasy Elliott wave counts, there is a large possibility that this is a 4th wave here, and we still need to create the 5th wave, guys. Everything points out when we do take a look at the yearly highs right there. 1 movement down, 2, 3, 4th wave right now with an ABC structure. This does make a lot of sense. That right now we do not need to overlap the 1st wave, so it's unlikely that we're going to get above $28,500. Difficult point right now to speculate on that short position as we are pumping into, as we're pumping, right? If you want to attempt a swing trade, I think the best case scenario here, because I'm doing more day trading. I like trading the ranges, the smaller resistance levels, you know, the daily level, you know, point of control of the range, the value area, previous day value area high with 618 Fibonacci, right? I'm kind of looking for those little scalping scenarios. And with this pump for me is like, you know, yeah, let it go where it needs to go and then wait for a reaction consolidation area. But it makes a lot of sense that this could be, you know, this kind of scenario. And been talking about this also the last few days. We talked about this scenario, which is, you know, from the dead cat bounce, which is, we're going to have to zoom in on the lower time frames. I mean, hitting that 618 from the start of this high point of the possible second wave all the way down to this wave, no doubt that 618 is going to be very interesting. That is just around about 27,800, 900 range, 28K, you know, around that zone. And we do have a nice confluence area. I'm going to talk about that level right away. Would be nice to get another leg up here. You know, next leg up, if we reject from the highs, would be my pivot point, and I will explain that on this live stream. We want high probability trades, guys, only on the channel. So what if this does happen? What if this does happen? Let me just move this here slightly. Why is 28K such an important zone? Well, we can zoom in on the lower time frames. And we'll talk about the swing short strategy, guys. You know, if you want to jump into a swing short right now, you need to note that price can go against you as you're pumping through here. But it could have a massive drop. You know, this is the kind of event that everybody's bullish. Grayscale wins the court case. Hey, spot ETF is going to be approved. Come on, baby. Bitcoin to the moon. You wake up tomorrow morning and then you see Bitcoin already trading back to $25,000 area. So yeah, guys, you know, this is just how, you know, the hype works. You know, I would expect obviously a rejection at some point. Just want to let you know that shorting exactly from this zone as you're pumping is difficult, right? You are aware of small quick retracement to get all of those, you know, late long FOMO position opens. You're going to get a quick retracement, then come back up, you know, stop out the short early shorters, and then is when you're moving down. This is why the price action creates these double tops, these double bottoms, swing failure patterns, because a lot of people FOMO into the positions. They don't know how to wait carefully to take a look at the next scenario. Now, like I said, if in the next coming hours we come and claim this high, so you're pulling down here, people are going to be rushing into short positions saying, you know, everybody's trapped in long positions. I'm shorting the market down to 25K again. And then what happens is the price does this, bang, and comes up and claims the highs again. That is the point you want to be paying attention. You want to be paying attention because this event right here as a double top swing failure pattern, you name it, is the event where it's stopping out all of those short positions that are entering very aggressively into the market. That is when you step in. That's when you and me step into the market to profit from this market. You have that double top occasion, scenario, and you're jumping in as soon as you get that rejection, that confirmation rejection of the double top. And that is where you want to trade, baby. That is where you want to get into the trade. Not when it's pumping. You know, there's a lot of people now long in shorting. So you're going to create that squeezed event, right? Where you're actually going to rip those 100x long positions, 50x, you name them, get a quick move down, bang, people rushing into shorts here saying, right, this is it. This is it. And then, whoop, you get another leg up out of nowhere and you're stopping out the longs, you're stopping out the shorts. And then it's like, hey, when am I moving in? You're moving in as soon as that double top is created. Now, it's not a guarantee that this is going to happen, of course, you know, but it's definitely one of those occasions where you actually realize what's going on. You're stopping out longs, you're stopping out shorts. You jump in as soon as that high is claimed and rejected. So we want to be smart, guys. You know, this is a very much a non-event for me. But going here with this case of, hey, what if this has been, and it, you know, it's simple when you do take a look at the highs, you know, to take a look at the possible counts. This is the yearly high. So that is the top. So you want to do some countings. We're not going to do some micro countings because we're just going to spend 2 hours here on the live stream just doing small little micro counts. There's some really good channels. There's some guy that is called Cohen's Crypto. He does incredible Elliott wave theory, guys. I'm going to pull him out on the chart because I'm going to give him a shout out because his analysis on Elliott wave theory is absolutely spot on. He does micro counts and everything. So I just take a look at it on the higher time frame. Cohen's Crypto, some of the guys in the legends did talk about this guy. He did give me a shout out on his live stream. So shout out to him, Cohen's Crypto. I'll get him ready here right away so you guys can check him out. I'll get him ready here. This is the guy, guys. He does incredible Elliott wave theory analysis on Bitcoin. He's really, really good. Spot on, straight to the point. He talks about a bullish case scenario, bearish one. He does micro counts and probability scenarios. Check him out, guys, if you're interested. You know, he's really good. He did give me a shout out the other day on his live stream. So shout out to him right away. Really, really good analysis. Let's go right away and talk about that scenario here, guys. Talk about that scenario. Oh, we got audiobook. Think, Grow Rich. Let's go right away with the possibilities here, looking at Elliott wave theory. Okay, so like I said, this is the highest probability scenario right now, getting into this movement here to the upside. Now, this might take a few days, but what we need to understand is on the lower time frames, what has happened. We know that corrective waves happen in 3 waves, right? Impulsive is 5 waves. Correctives are 3 waves, right? Going through the basics. What we do realize from this dead cat bounce here is we've had a movement here to the upside. You might think this is too quick for it to be an A and then this a B, and now we are in C. Some people might think that this is A right there. We have created a B, and then now, you know, it's just what makes more sense for me is this low here and this high being the dead cat bounce A corrective wave, right? The quick reaction, quick A wave here to the upside. And, you know, from this point here to here, and then this spike down created on the 22nd of August, which was a great long scenario. I longed this level. Absolutely. We got into some, you know, this was mentioned on the Legends community. It was about a week ago for that long scenario. So this is the case right now. A, B, C, bang. It's just very likely to happen. And we would be expecting another leg down. If this movement down would have claimed the low already, and then we had this pump, this could be quite bullish. This could be very, very bullish. But the low from the drop of the 17th of August hasn't been claimed, guys. It hasn't been claimed. And this gives a high chance of, yeah, this bounce over here should be topping out at some point. And then we're looking for the big, massive reversal crash. It's looking at probabilities, of course. You know, we don't really know. Hey, this might blast through to above $30,000 in the next coming days. I think it's unlikely. This is the kind of event that people are going to get hyped up. They're going to get really bullish. And then we have a crash right out of nowhere. But it's looking at the waves, it's understanding the structure of the market. And everything points out that we should be having another leg down. We should be having another leg down here. Now, of course, the extremely bullish case scenario, we have talked about this, guys. We have talked about this before in the channel, and we can only talk about probabilities here. We're not talking about, I told you so. This is, you know, I told you that this was going to happen, because we also take a look at levels and possible scenarios. We can talk about, hey, this trade was mentioned on you know, on the Legends or on a live stream here on YouTube. You know, one of the latest ones, of course, from last week of this long position. We talked about this in the Legends community, claiming this low, bang, and having that major rise here to the value area high. So that was a really nice long trade setup that was mentioned in the Legends trading community. Here's where we do post the updates every single day on possible trading setups on different altcoins as well. I'm starting to get into altcoins, but mainly on Bitcoin, guys. Legends trading community, if you want to join for that daily analysis and possible setups for Bitcoin, you have the link down below. Legends trading community on Discord. You got a discount right there. It's a subscription. You can join in. You're going to see every single day analysis, levels, and setups for Bitcoin. If you're interested, you got the link down below, guys, for the Legends community. So going through here this again, guys, what is next? Like I said, what is the bullish case scenario that you mentioned a few days ago, Andy? Which I think is unlikely to happen. It's unlikely, but it's definitely a possibility. Looking at this as 5 waves here, going from the ultimate low, the bottom of the bear market. It's still the bottom of the bear market, guys. When we break it, it won't be the bottom anymore, but for the moment, it is the bottom. So in November 2022, we got one rise here, first wave up, right? Pretty simple. It's the low. It's the ultimate low level. So it's where you start getting those counts. Now, second corrective wave, third corrective wave right there, fourth over here, fifth right over here. And yes, fifth wave is larger than the third wave. It doesn't matter. As long as third wave is not the smallest, it is fine. Just in case if we get any, smart Elliott wave theorists out there saying, shouldn't third wave, be the largest? No, it doesn't. So, like I said, what if this was the, already the 5 waves here to the upside? What if this has been an ABC flat right there? I mean, let's just leave it as it's possible. It's unlikely. When we do take a look at Bitcoin on the higher time frames, we've been mirroring the bear market, the last cycle, guys. 4-year cycle from top to bottom, almost exactly 1 year, guys. There's just a couple of weeks of difference from the top to the bottom. How crazy is this? How crazy is this? History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. Hey, history is repeating for Bitcoin. It's repeating. It's been exact same timing from top to bottom. Guess what? This rally from the bottom, entering into the summer and peaking out here in between June and July, it peaked out in July as well, right? With this corrective move. History doesn't repeat. Seems like it's repeating for Bitcoin. So now the question is, this time's different. We're not going to correct down now. We're going to pump, or we're going to break the lows, right? There's just so many different opinions from people. But if we were to follow the previous cycles, then obviously you would expect some corrective moves down to 23K, potentially 19K. It's definitely a possibility here for the next coming months if we were to follow, right, the last cycles, guys. So far, this has been the exact same movements. It's been exactly the same movements right there. Will we create this same movement here on Bitcoin? This phase over here, will it be the same? Entering into the halving and then getting into rally. Time will tell. I am scooping up some Bitcoin, that is for sure. So DXY dumping, yes sir. We got someone saying DXY pumping and then another one saying DXY is dumping. Lol. Felipe, he'd probably say at the moon. Next month, I'm thinking to join. Absolutely, Mantas. Yeah, we'll just give really nice, information, levels, setups, get people ready. Some days are boring. Some days are exciting. Like I said, we're never going to get into like 10 trades a day, right? This just doesn't happen on the Legends community. We wait, we're patient, we get into those nice high probability setups. Will it continue pumping? 30% correction from the top. Right, let's analyze the situation. Nice pump, The Moon. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Carl from The Moon. I will be joining his show on Wednesday. The Moon Show. Shout out to Carl. It's a Dutch guy. Can you check the summer double bottom? You think it's gonna triple bottom? Seems unlikely. Can you take the summer double bottom? What summer double bottom? Can you check the summer double bottom? I mean, yeah, can this be a double bottom? I'm not going to get too excited, guys. I'm leaning bearish, okay? But, you know, this is definitely it's a possibility, right? People talking about double top right there in the summer. You know, what about a double bottom, right? What about a double bottom and a breakthrough here? Let's leave it as it's possible. Let's not get too excited with this, you know, with this pump, because we very much understand the possibilities also of you know, some movements down here, some larger movements down. So overall, you know, there is the case here as well, guys. You know, it all depends. You know, there's so many different Elliott wave counts. You know, you can go absolutely bonkers. This could also be the scenario here, right? This is definitely also a possibility where the fifth wave has been a failed breakout of the highs. And this inside of this first wave, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. It's also possible. It's not my favorite count here. There's a bit of dodgy movements here, but it's definitely also an acceptable count here. And this is kind of what's going to happen, right? Entering in the next couple of months. It's definitely a possibility. So you would arguably discuss, hey, price of Bitcoin should be topping out at some point here. And if this is going to be the A wave, you know, A wave possibly hasn't finished yet. It possibly hasn't finished yet. And then we're going to get a bounce after creating, right? After creating right there. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're completing the A wave corrective move. And then you're going to get possibly that larger B bounce, okay? It's definitely possible. You can go absolutely crazy with Elliott wave theory. You need to be all right in the head, you know, to do Elliott wave theory, and obviously I'm not. But yeah, I like to do sometimes when I'm bored, like micro counts, but it's just too much, and it doesn't really affect my lower time frame, you know, trading strategies. You know, I you know, this long position that I entered today, and also the one that I entered the other day, and this one was closed already, unfortunately. It was based off CVD. You know, I like to use CVD divergence on you know, on my trading setups. This one right over here was not based on Elliott wave theory. It was basically just a, you know, simple swing failure pattern from this low of the range. So didn't use Elliott wave theory for the trading setups. But yes, let's go right away. Big pump on XRP2. XRP seems like it's exploding as well. DXY is getting the fall. DXY dropping. Very interesting case here on the DXY, guys. Very interesting case. And for you know, before we go through the DXY, whoever's interested in crypto trading, does have experience, Bybit is my #1 crypto trading platform. Great bonus down below in the description. Also got a tutorial on the channel. Super easy to use, guys. You have $30,000 worth of bonus to claim on Bybit with the link down below. Bitflex is also a very good platform. They have no KYC. Check it out, guys. You can sign up just with an email and a password. You also get a great bonus. For anybody that's interested, Bybit, Bitflex, my favorite exchanges for that crypto trading. Diving in on the DXY. Interesting enough, there's no confirmation that the DXY is going to go into that multi-monthly uptrend till we break above the 104 level successfully. No confirmation yet, guys. We need to get above this level for Bitcoin to be extremely bearish, right, for the next coming months. DXY is rejecting so far. It is having a hard time to get above the strongest resistance level it has. It is this one, the 104 level. It's been struggling for over a week now, trying to break through above this level. Now, this level over here is the confirmation for the DXY to get into a bullish trend. Could it reverse from here and come down and test the lows here from July? It still has a possibility. If this were to be the case, obviously Bitcoin would be creating a new yearly high just because of this, guys. Just because of this move, in my opinion, I think Bitcoin will have a high chance and creating a new yearly high. Now, let's keep it real here. We know it's still at consolidating here. We might get another bounce on the DXY. So there's no real confirmation. So far, it's getting a pretty significant hit at the moment and could be breaking this local uptrend structure. What level do we need to break the local structure on the DXY? The 103 level. Moment DXY gets beneath this last higher low, it could be entering a multi-weekly bearish trend. As long as it's above this level, easy market structure analysis, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Higher high right there needs to break beneath the higher low right there, because any price action here is still a higher low. You break through this level successfully, then you obviously breaking this uptrend structure that you've created for the last couple of months on the DXY. You're still above this 103, 102.9 level. It's still very much in a very strong uptrend. So, right, let's take a look. Pump it up. Yes, sir. Right, pump it up. Get the LUTs out. Yes, Andy, join our live stream after yours. Absolutely. Why not? Once I finish the live stream, we'll be joining probably the Moon Show. Very interesting. They're talking about many topics on the Moon Show every single other day. I'm not sure if they're doing it every day, but every other day they're doing really good topics on different crypto news. What about this thing about BitBoy? Wow, absolutely incredible. We talked about it in today's video. Video got really nice views, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to quit technical analysis and start talking about, shilling projects. Shall we do that? And stuff like that, right? Or, basically what has happened to people, to some other crypto. It's definitely a topic. Technical analysis is boring, Technical analysis is boring. But yeah, what do you think, guys? Definitely very interesting, what is going on with, I wish him all the best, and hopefully this is going to be solved. But yeah, some fishy stuff going on there. The Moon is the legend. He absolutely is. He's an absolutely crypto legend. Oh yeah, the diamond played out. Yeah, this is also a scenario. This is a kind of a diamond pattern. Yes, sir. Very true, Felipe. You were talking about this a few days ago. This is actually a pretty legit diamond pattern. Pretty legit, right? Diamond pattern. Yeah. You're trying to connect here, but you could say it is. You could say it is. It's very much a reversal pattern scenario. No doubt. It definitely is. Going to from this low, you got, it's a reversal pattern, guys. No doubt. Bang, bang, bang. It is a diamond pattern for sure. Target zones from the diamond pattern. It's the width of the diamond. So let's just go here with the projected move. Don't tell me it's exactly where we're trading at there. Oh, easy textbook technical analysis where you think, this is just a bunch of nonsense, what you're talking about. Sometimes they do kind of play out, right? Sometimes it's funny when you do see, they do play out many times, guys. But sometimes you're like, this is a symmetrical triangle, and, the projected move is the width of the triangle and should be something like this. A lot of people might think, this is an absolute joke, but it plays out a lot of the times. A lot of the times it does play out. The width of the diamond right there, it's, from the breaking point, it's exactly where the price of Bitcoin hit. So is this the top? Will we reject from this level? Very good question. Like I said, the strongest resistance zone that I do see here from this area is 28k, guys, and I can explain that right away. It's very, very nice, strong level. It basically has naked point of control at that level from the 17th of August. We do have that slight consolidation. Let's see if we do see it here on the session volume profile on the lower time frames. We've got a significant spike there in volume right there. So there is a nice consolidation, high volume spike on the volume profile, fixed volume profile, if you wish. So if we do zoom out here and go with this consolidation, it obviously created a nice volume node in between this zone. So yeah, around about that 28k zone would be a good resistance level. Will we manage to hit it with this pump? That is when I would be starting to think, right guys, I will probably build up a low leverage, low capital swing short position, because I believe that 25k is likely to be hit at some point in the next 1 to 2 weeks. So we've had the ABC structure, 3 waves up for the moment. We could expect a reversal at some point here from this range. We hit 28k, that is only going to get a better entry, and that is when your risk to reward will be looking much better, right? If you go in at the highest level possible, you know, the stop loss can be lower. If you do get into that double top scenario, if we were to create one, you know, you can always get into the second top and manage your risk much better. But you know, if you're a swing trader, obviously you're one of those traders that, you know, you need to laddering that trade, right? I'm adding to the position. I'm entering now and I'm adding to the position. It's a very, very toxic way to trade, guys. Not going to lie. You know, adding to the position until you get absolutely wrecked if the price doesn't go, you know, where you want it to go. So it's not obviously my style of trading, but I would be looking for the lows to be claimed. And obviously the higher the level we get into, the better. But this could be like a 3-to-1 risk to reward swing trade setup. Not liking, you know, shorting it into a pump, gotta be honest. BTC buy the dip is safe enough. BTC moon to 100k in 2024. Buy low is king. Absolutely, that is definitely the strategy. I am accumulating also with trading profits. That's my idea. I accumulate not only stable coins, I accumulate Bitcoin, Ethereum, some other altcoins as well, guys. Let me see here that we got over 700 votes, guys. Smash up that like button here for the algorithm. Help me out here, because last couple of weeks has been very boring with YouTube. I'm thinking of quitting YouTube, guys, and I need your support if you want that extra content, you know, extra everything, basically. Smash up the like button, guys, for that insane support. If you enjoy the content, I go through the comment section, guys. I do my best on the live stream. I probably won't be the best, but you know, I do try and connect with the community. So right, can you look at XLM stellar lumens? Yeah, we can take a look at XLM right away. XLM, why not? A lot of people don't like altcoin for me to take a look at altcoins, and they leave the stream. So, but anyway, I want to interact with the community, and that is why you are subscribing also here. So let's go here with the I'm on the logarithmic chart. Zoom in on XLM stellar lumens. I like this pump. It's been pretty nice here the last few weeks ago. However, is it sustainable? Are we going to get a rally here? Stellar lumens right there. Wow, beautiful bounce from, you know, previous resistance. Easy, classic technical analysis. Sometimes the best, where you have a previous resistance zone that has been respected. In this case on stellar lumens at 0.11 cent. So are we going to manage to get a huge bounce here and, you know, get into another run here to the upside? You know, let's leave it as it's definitely a possibility. We've been correcting now for several weeks. You know, are we going to break through here this lower high structure? It does look like it does have that chance. You know, we're getting volume picking up here on this breakout from lower high resistance. You know, the volume is kicking in just for the breakout. So definitely has a chance. Beautiful bounce from previous resistance turning into support here. This was just about 2 weeks ago, not even that. Significant nice rise here of about 10, 20%, 16%. So zooming in here, let's zoom in here, guys. Volume is kicking in here. Let's leave it. It does have a chance. Obviously long in here, the breakout I'm not a breakout long strategy guy. I'll wait for pullbacks. This only attempt here that we do have is coming back down here. Let me just take a look at VPVR. We haven't got much here. We got a nice spike in volume. This is because of this consolidation. So a retracement down to the 12 cent level and a significant bounce is very much a reality here. It's very much possible. From the start of the pump to the highs, 618 Fibonacci is round about the 12 cent level. So you could arguably discuss that you're likely going to get that bounce from that zone. Let's take a look at the session volume profile here to take a look at the rest of the days. Yeah, there's a nice, nice level right there of consolidation that should be holding as support, at least for a short-term bounce. Are we going to correct down there? Probably not. But if it does, that is the best zone to attempt a long position here, a nice significant bounce. It's where we have the large consolidation area and would be aiming for that 618 Fibonacci of, 61865. The top here of this consolidation of, yesterday would be the best attempt here for a long. Could get one first bounce from these highs. There's one first bounce from the highs here from the 27th. Value area high right there. We built up a significant volume on the 27th here on XLM. So you could get one quick bounce here. I would only scalp the ranges, guys. I would only scalp the ranges and take Bitcoin into consideration. So the highs here of the 27th of August was a very strong resistance here at 12.2 cent level. A quick little scalp here on XLM is definitely a possibility. Now, I would take it as a scalp day trade, guys. Wouldn't go too crazy, because what you could do here is get one bounce first at the 50% range and then get another leg down here to the 618. So 50% Fibonacci from the start of this pump that we created today is a nice confluence level. The reason why is you have this build up, volume level on the 27th of August, creating that massive resistance at 12.2 cent zone. So quick bounce here is very likely on XLM. And I would just be scalping the levels, quick, long, possibly entering into the short, depending on what we build up here. We'll have to check the next price action, but probably we'll be hitting some resistance and creating that three wave down. And then obviously here at the 618 zone, where we do have these highs from yesterday, the previous day high zone, is where it can consolidate and get a bounce. But yeah, at the moment, pump has just happened. I would wait for a significant pullback here on XLM. So far, it doesn't look too bad. It's breaking a major lower high resistance zone here. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad. How is your Bybit bot doing? It's recovering. It's recovering. We have to talk about that. This was in a major loss. It was in a major loss. I just left it. It was in profit for several weeks. We got the crash. It seems like I've got better risk management than the trading bots. But yeah, got to be honest with this. The bots got into a major loss, so I just left them there. It was down over $1,000. And just thought, let's just leave it to see how the bots react, right? It's a bit of an experiment to see how they work. They are neutral bots, but they recovered. This was down over $1,000. So bots are recovering. Seems like they're recovering with this pump, obviously. But yeah, not too good. It hasn't been doing too well the last week since we had the drop. So yeah, this is the update on the bots. Let's see how they do. I think these bots are really good in ranges, as they are grid bots, obviously. They are good in ranges. Once you get that volatility, with a massive pump or a massive drop, you want to not create these bots, right? There's also the option in putting it in neutral on long position or in short position, meaning that if you're in a bullish trend and you put it in a long, right? Instead of neutral, you're putting it in long, then obviously, if you do pump, the bots will be better if you set it up in long. If you set it up on long, it will be better if the market is bullish. Obviously, if the market does get a crash and you set your bot on long, it's definitely going to get into a larger loss. So I think that, these bots definitely work inside of ranges, because it was doing really good inside of this range. I tested it for a few weeks here, and the profits were pretty crazy. It was doing almost 1% per day. In a matter of 10 days, it was up 10%, and was like, yo, this bot is crazy. Obviously, volatility came. It's a grid bot where it's actually shorting at the highs and longing at the lows, and it's just getting into massive positions, long and short, long and short. And when this event happens, if it's a neutral bot, it gets into a major loss, right? So this is basically what happened. We had the drop, and I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to check out the bots. This was down over 20%, which was, like, okay. But in ranges, if you can detect those ranges and you want to activate those bots, they work really well on these ranges, right? In ranges, they work really well. They've been working pretty good here inside of this range. They have been picking up because it was down big time, and it started to pick up inside of the range. So inside of ranges, if you set it up on neutral, they work extremely well, okay? They can do an average of, 0.51% profit per day, but they need to be in ranges, and you need to detect those ranges. If it steps out of that range, then all of those profits you made for a couple of weeks, maybe, you need to learn how to close the bot, open another one, close it, take profits, right? Once that volatility happens, you can get into a loss, basically. But they do work, eh? They do work inside of ranges. If you know how to detect the ranges, it's super easy, these bots. You got tools here, trading bots, and it just opens a grid bot. You just open a grid bot, and you can choose different assets. If you are interested in testing out the bots, guys, you can use the link down below in the description as well. It's another way to support the channel, but $30,000 can be claimed for derivatives trading, not for the bots, just for trading, okay? Bybit, my #1 crypto trading platform. Another way to support the channel, of course, guys. Andy the Legends, when to trigger the epic short. Hey, there is, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of shorting a major pump, but I very much understand that there is a bunch of liquidity, like I explained on a video here a few days ago. There is liquidity at $27,000 above and below $25,000, around about $25,000 range. So the liquidity has been grabbed now at above $27,000. People are bullish. People are going to start entering long positions as well at the highs. And the liquidity at 25K is going to build up more. So yeah, I've explained what I'm looking for here. I know very much how to get into that perfect trade setup. I just need to see it. Longs and shorts right now at this zone is for me not an option. I like $28,000. $28,000, we have a naked point of control there from consolidation that we had here on the 17th of August. Very much understanding as well the 618 Fibonacci. 618 Fibonacci is an insanely well respected level. So pivot high here to the pivot low. I would like to see that 61865 from this drop that we had from this peak, because it does make sense that this could be a third wave down. And right now we're just in a corrective wave. We just created 3 waves to the upside. Are you confident enough to build up a swing short position at this level? It's definitely a possibility. Let's leave it that way. I would prefer to see those highs being claimed, see the 28K level hit. If it's hit and we reject and get beneath the high created today, I know where to get in. I know where to exactly short, where to exactly long with very good risk management. The problem here with the risk management at this point, where is your stop loss? Are you going to put it above the wick just created? You are at risk that high can be likely claimed at some point. So I want to wait for that high being claimed. If it blasts through and we go higher, then it is what it is. So yeah, for the short, I'm remaining patient at the moment. So yeah, Exciting, expecting a blow off top in the next 2 hours. It's overbought on lower time frames already. If blow off top will happen on the 2 hourly time frame, on the medium time frame and stock MFI and stock RSI, I guess you're talking about, it could crash soon. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely, Werner. Yeah, this is definitely a possibility. I'm leaning with this scenario of, this is an ABC structure. No doubt. There's been 3 waves here for the moment. When you take a look at the lowest point of the drop, which is right over here, and the top, which is the dead cat bounce, and the lowest point after this one is this one right there, and now the highest one is this one right over here. So, will this be the end of it? It could definitely go to 28K or so. We just don't really know the exact top. We know how to detect a top or a double top scenario. That is what I'll be potentially waiting for, right? That would be the best case scenario. And obviously, if you want follow through on how I can potentially trade this, you want to join the Legends community. There's where I'm posting the updates and how I would enter the day trade, swing trade scenario with a very good risk management, guys. Risk management is the best tool. That is what we talk about every single day on the Legends community. Risk management. We could not place a trade with no good risk management. It's just, it's a full recipe to lose your capital, basically. So yeah, projections, ABC projections. I want to see possible projections. Right, with Fibonacci extension projections, the 1-to-1, if this were to be A, B, 1-to-1 extension is at $28,200. We just got rejected at the 0.78. So 1-to-1 is a possibility. Let's go with the most clear extension, which would be taking Fibonacci extension from the A wave to the B wave, right? And reverse this, and the 1.236 and the 1.382 is also a common level for a C wave. So let's just reverse this right away. Oh my goodness, it's already hitting the 0.236 and the 0.382. So it's a common wave here from the B wave. It's usually slightly higher, in between 1.236 and 1.382. That is a very common C wave. We just got rejected exactly at the 1.382. How Fibonacci levels, they are absolutely wonderful. They are definitely something to take into consideration on your trading. You have exactly hit the 0.382 and got a little bit of a corrective move, but it did get a drop of $400. It can be hit again. We can hit the 1.618. All of these are definitely possibilities. But no doubt how, insane this is. When you get the top of the A wave, right, and the bottom of the B wave to the exact cent here, to the exact cent with the Fibonacci extension, and if you count this as an A, B, C, we're already getting a little bit of a rejecting move. So I would like to see the highs being claimed. A possible failed breakout would be the ideal scenario here to jump into the short position. In a nutshell, guys, just keeping it clear. But look at this, hey, how crazy is this? How crazy is this? The 0.382 extension for a C wave. On the, it's exactly hit that level, guys. It's just been absolutely crazy how Fibonacci, can work sometimes. So, take a look at the high here is 27,696, and the 382 is 27,694.5. How crazy is that? Bang. There could be this could be it. This could be it for the ABC finish. It definitely could be it, guys. So take it with a pinch of salt. Manage your risk very well. let's smash the like button and share some love here. Father Time, thank you very much for joining. Mark Dutch, also insane support. This might be a different September, says Manny. Absolutely. I'm totally, hey, I totally agree with this. It can be different. This old narrative of this time is different. It can be different. But, we were also talking about the price of Bitcoin here when it was having that major crash here in November from the all-time high. I remember, like if it was yesterday, talking about this has been exactly a 1 year corrective move. And people were screaming for 10K. People were screaming for 10K Bitcoin back in November of 2022. And I remember this came out. Hey, last cycle, we peaked in December of 2017 and we bottomed in December of 2018. It was exactly 1 year. And then we had, hey, the peak was in November of 2021. Could we peak here? Could we bottom exactly 1 year like the previous cycle? This time is different. This time, Bitcoin's going to 10K. Forget about nonsense and history because it's not going to happen. It happened. It very much happened. It was exactly 1 year of correction, just like the previous cycle. So, going with the probabilities is September has been bearish most of the months for Bitcoin during the last 10 years. It's been like that. So we need to go with the probabilities, and probabilities show that it's likely to be bearish. So hey, it's been pumping in August right now. At the end of August, we're getting that pump. So very likely it will be bearish. It's just very likely. So never say never, absolutely, but it's definitely a possibility. This time may be different. Yeah. BTC 13K soon. Bulls get wrecked. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, there is the macro bearish case scenario, no doubt. It might happen. Why not? Camilo, yes, Andy, fire. Thanks, guys, for joining the stream. Absolutely fire. Join the Discord Legends Trading community here. Absolutely, guys. You got the link in the comment section. Pinned comment right away. You do have the Legends Trading community where we post every single day those possible setups. And we basically very much talked about this long scenario. It's very difficult. We got the CVD divergence. We know how to read the market very well and look for those possible setups. But got to be honest, this pump is an unpredictable event. We did not predict this pump, obviously. This is unpredictable. But we talk about, the levels getting hit, the liquidity grabs, and, those strategies where we can find those major opportunities. Hey, Andy, don't quit, man. Singularity, thank you very much. BTC and his little brother, Doge, are going to blow up. What's going on with Dogecoin? What's going on with Dogecoin? I haven't got any Dogecoin. I've got some Pepe. Hey! Where did this come from? Did you see that? No way. They added Doge here on TradingView. He's not going to come out now. Did you see that? A little Doge came out here. No way. Anyway. No doubt Dogecoin is finding a bottom formation here. We had a little Doge coming out here on TradingView. This is a full recipe for a massive explosion at some point. This is a big explosion happening at some point here. It's just a classic chart here of a major corrective move. I mean, this took a long time, no doubt. The corrective move back in 2018, 2019. But it's just such an obvious event, guys, that is going to happen here at some point. I think that Doge, will not drop successfully beneath 5 cents. If it does manage to have a last dip beneath 5 cents, I think it's going to be an absolute steal, because this is the kind of crypto that is likely going to do a 10x in the bull run. I know we want 50x or 100x, but you know, just being realistic, I think we're going to go with a 10x for Dogecoin, you know, keeping realistic. Hey, but hey, you put 10k and you make 100k in the next bull run, bring it on. Absolutely. This is, you know, it's just such a predictable event here that will happen on Dogecoin. And if we were to get that last dip beneath 5 cents in the next coming weeks, it's going to be an absolute steal to buy some Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the top meme coin out there. You might think, no, it's Shiba Inu, no, it's Pepe now. You know, Doge is not the number one. Doge is the number one, we like it or not. And obviously meme coins will survive, and Doge is the number one. So with this large consolidation, this is bearish exhaustion right there. So this is bearish exhaustion, you know, back in the 2018, 2019. This is bearish exhaustion. It's bearish exhaustion. You know, the only good thing that will happen to Dogecoin in the next, you know, several months is a huge, massive rally, right? Give or take 1 to 2 years. You know, it's going to happen, guys. It will happen at some point where the 5 cents or 4 cents is hit. You know, the massive run will happen. So you just need to understand it. I very much understood it back here. I didn't get Doge, but I bought so many different altcoins, Chainlink, VeChain, and some many other ones, synthetics, and made an absolute killing. And you know, this is the time for accumulation. So on the lower time frames, yeah, very unpredictable movements here on Dogecoin. It's a major rise here with the pump. I think, you know, a lot of the altcoins are following Bitcoin, obviously, but I would go with the possibility here of a bump and run scenario. Possible bump and run scenario here on Dogecoin. I mean, we would have to see Bitcoin getting into a massive bullish case scenario here of making a new yearly high. That is only if the DXY does manage to retrace here very, very aggressively. So far it is. It has a chance in rejecting from the strongest resistance zone of 104. But this for me would be a confirmation. If it does manage to create that bump and run scenario, no doubt that it's a possibility, right? Let's just leave it as it's a possibility. But it would be a nice confirmation if the price of Doge here does manage to get above this lower high resistance trend line, and it will likely get into the top. I think there will be some really nice long day trade scalp scenarios if we do get above here, because we could be forming that bump and run, as you can see on the chart, where you have that lower high, the bump phase, consolidation, we're pumping, and we're pumping into the resistance. If you manage to break above that level and be patient and wait it to flip as support, you know, you would be expecting this high to be claimed, and even this one. So, you know, there will be some great scalp longs if you missed out on the pump, but you want that confirmation. You want that confirmation of breakout here, and you very much could be forming this bump and run phase here on Dogecoin. Right. Doge is properly decentralized, unlike most meme coins. Yes, very true. That is very, very true, for sure. Pepe, Shiba, yeah. Great. Get ready to short after next pump, says Jerome Powell. Pepe got rug pull. Yeah, I mean, no doubt. You know, I did make some profits on Pepe. I did make some really nice profits. I did about a 5x from my initial investment. I put $1,000. Someone came out on a live stream. I can't remember his name, but I definitely would send him, you know, definitely $100 in Bitcoin or something like that, because someone came out on a live stream saying, "Hey, Pepe is now, you know, this is the new meme coin," and like, you know what? I haven't got any meme coins, so I'm going to buy some Pepe, and I put $1,000 on Pepe, and you know, before you knew it, in less than 2 weeks, it did a 10x, and I had over 11k on just by putting $1,000 just for fun. I cashed out with 5k and left the other 5k. They're still there, so it's not 5k anymore, by the way. Hope BTC go down. Yeah, this is it. This it's going to be interesting to see this next pump here. Oh, there we have it. It was relatively quick. Or a moon mission here. I would be only interested here in a possible rejection. But yeah, it looks like we could follow through here. We could definitely follow through. So if it follows through, I would even expect $28,000. $28,000 is the strongest resistance zone that I do see a possibility of the price stopping at that range. But if it doesn't stop, then, you know, we could blast through, obviously. But we're getting that rejection here from this point at the moment. Let me just double check here. Would be in a bit of an aggressive short. Let me just take a look at CVD. Whoa. Oh yeah. It definitely can reject from here, no doubt. No doubt we can reject from this point. I want to go on the higher time frames here on to check CVD. I mean, there's definitely no major bearish divergence on the higher time frames, no doubt about that. So there's no real bearish divergence on higher time frames. You know, yeah, this is a little bit dangerous at the moment. It could definitely follow through. I would wait for a little bit more of a pullback. Yeah, I would be more patient for a little bit more of confirmation pullback. You can manage risk very, very well here. If this were to be the top, guys, if this were to be the top, you could manage your risk very well. We go there, like I said, within the next 2 hours. I really hope I am ready. I really hope I am ready. Yeah. So yeah, I would want to see a little bit of a clear rejection, but it's definitely a possibility. I would want to see a bit more of a rejection here. We're kind of just lying at the level. But it's definitely an attempt. And, you know, like I said, you can risk 0.5, you can risk, you know, a small amount, because if this trade were to happen, you know the deal. You know, this could turn into a really nice, profitable trade. You could be very defensive, very, very defensive. You know, this can turn into something like this. And, you know, a lot of people don't have the risk management. Some people might think, right, I'm risking 10% of my account here, or 20%. No, absolutely not. You know, this is the kind of trade that you might put 1% of your capital in. You gain 5% or 6% in the next coming days. Bring it on, you know, absolutely. I'll buy it. But, you know, you need to manage your risk overall. We are looking at probabilities and scenarios. So, you know, like I said, these kind of stop losses should be insignificant, you know, if you are going to do proper trading. Can you share 3 of your altcoins that you accumulate? Yeah, basically, the altcoins that, the largest cap altcoins that I have, the biggest holdings is Ethereum, Chainlink, and what is the second largest one that I do have here? Ethereum, Chainlink. I'm accumulating Cydo. I think Ethereum and Chainlink are my biggest holdings of high caps. Then I go down to Theta. I'm getting some Theta network. I'm starting to buy up a little bit of Algorand. Saito, if you want those high risk, high to reward possibility, Saito I think is a great project. It's, you know, obviously not paid for this, but it's one that I believe that can be quite revolutionary. You know, Saito is a good one. It's this one right over here. It's an altcoin that I think has, you know, mainnet is coming out very soon. L1 blockchain project that works differently to the others. You need to just go and do your research there. But Seidel is one of those that might do a 50x, right? You're looking for those high risk to rewards. It might go to 0. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Where would you swing short Ethereum, says Sam Doe. Let's take a look at that right away. Let's take a look at Ethereum right away. And take a look at the possibilities. Ethereum, we're gonna have to do some fresh analysis here. I mean, no doubt that Ethereum is hitting a crucial zone at the moment, which is this area. Why is this such a crucial zone? Well, basically, it's a very well respected resistance. Let's start off with the basics. Basically, it's a nice level of resistance and support. Starting with the basics, let's go with the more fancy stuff here. Now, curious enough, I mean, it has created 3 waves down. So, yeah, Elliott wave theory here doesn't really apply very well on Ethereum. At least if we take a look at the top here. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of a diagonal here. Move here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, it's very more complex here with Ethereum. You know, I would be eyeing Bitcoin to take that decision on Ethereum. I mean, to do a full analysis here on Ethereum, taking a look at the major levels, is just going to take quite some time here on the live stream to do a proper analysis on Ethereum. But we got that weekly close and open right there that could be providing some resistance. It really all depends on Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin starts blasting through here, this zone, and starts going to 28k, you know, Ethereum can pump even higher. So, yeah, I would be based on Bitcoin basically. So, I mean, if Bitcoin does top out here, there is a chance that Ethereum will top out at this level as well. I like this small little consolidation right there. Small little consolidation, which is a naked point of control here. Yeah, it could definitely, you know, get a reaction from this order block right there, and it's getting the reaction right now. Actually, it really depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin does have a chance here in rejecting, but overall it looks like it wants to move higher. It wants to move higher. So I would have preferred, you know, to wait here for a much proper rejection. It looks like it wants to continue to the upside. Can I have your opinion on Cardano? Let's take a look at Cardano ADA. Why not? My opinion on Cardano, I think Cardano is a great L1 project. It's definitely going to be here in the next bull run, and it definitely has a chance of, you know, going to all-time high. I think most of the L1 projects that are in the top 20, top 30, I think most of them will reach all-time high, in my opinion. You know, it's just my personal opinion, of course. I think most of the L1 projects, such as Cardano, from the top 10, top 20, will likely reach all-time high in the next bull run. You know, there'll be a lot of competition on Ethereum and Avalanche, you know, Algorand, ADA. Despite all the FUD and everything, this is one of those altcoins that will likely go to all-time highs. If you are accumulating at this stage, I would definitely take profits halfway through, just in case, you know, it does not manage to go to all-time highs, right? You could expect, you know, a run up here and the price already getting exhausted at some point. You know, if you're making a 5-6x already on your initial investment, then yeah, obviously would be taking some profits. like we're having that blast through here on Bitcoin. It's blasting through here. So yeah, that first attempt obviously was a failed attempt. Spiking up. Yeah, it seems like it's not going to stop here. So best case scenario is the $28,000 range. $28,000 is the best level for a possible reaction, consolidation, to get some exhaustion at that level, to then think of a possible short position. You know, like I said, if you're looking to short the pump here, you need to manage your risk very well, because this could go to 28k, 28.5, 29k, and then you're stuck in a short position here, and you're adding to the position. You don't know where it's going to stop. You know where the price can consolidate and get a reaction, but you need to wait till you hit that level. And I think the best level at the moment is that 618 Fibonacci, which is round about, you know, from this pivot high to the pivot low, just about tapping it right now. So there is a possibility here and a reaction from this zone, as you do have that consolidation order block right there from the 17th of August. That is the level where we could consolidate. Would I jump into a short position as we're pumping into the level? Absolutely not, because it can just continue. It can blast through. Want to see reactions, want to see, you know, those corrective moves, consolidation zones to take that decision with great risk management, guys. So overall, thanks a lot, SKG. Very welcome. Legends, your trader Sam is here. Sam is one of the coaches in the Legends community. Is also talking about, you know, all the different setups, talking about altcoins as well when we do have the chance. Hello Emre, how are you doing? So, you know, Sam is an absolute legend, great at TA and trading, providing that great risk management as always. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. For the Legends, I will see you in the Legends community. If you want to join the Legends community, you have the link down below. Here's where we post every single day those possible scenarios, setups, analysis on mainly Bitcoin. And for those people that want to know where I do most of my trading is on Bybit. You got those links down below, guys. Great bonuses to be claimed on Bybit. Also on Bitflex, no KYC required on Bitflex. So you're signing up with an email and a password in 2 minutes. And those are my favorite exchanges. They are affiliate links. It's a good way to support the channel. It's a good way for you to get in the best crypto exchanges out there at the moment. Not much more to be said, guys. Be cautious on shorting the market here. Manage your risk very well. This could pump through 28k and 28.2k. This is not a real proper zone to start jumping into short positions with low risk management. You can get absolutely burnt. We don't know where this is going to finish. As soon as we start reacting at some levels and creating sideways formation and some decent corrective moves, then we can analyze the situation and know that this is likely going to get exhausted. Then we can start thinking of short positions. If you're shorting a major pump, you're going to get absolutely burnt. Just like long in here, this major drop. You don't want to stay away from these events, because if anything, jump into a long position and be very defensive as well as you're pumping. The good thing about longing into these kind of pumps, you can protect very quick, okay? You can protect very quick here. If you're jumping into these small little corrective moves and you start breaking through, you can protect your position very quickly. So you jump into a long, it pumps, you're protecting position and you're taking profits as you go up, right? It's not the best way of trading, but you know, you want to be very cautious with these pumps because it can absolutely rip like it's doing it right now. All right, legends, thank you very much for joining the live stream, and I'll catch you very soon.